God creates the world long ago. At first there was nothing but an endless void of darkness. There was no light, no sound, no land, no sky, just complete silence and darkness. In this empty and endless void, there existed only one being, God, a kind and powerful creator who before anything else created time. With a mighty roar that shook the entire darkness, God commanded, "Let there be light!" And suddenly a dazzling light, like a massive explosion, appeared out of nothing and illuminated everything. Day 1. Creation, heaven and earth. On the first day, God separated the light from the darkness and called the light day and the darkness night. He then hung a large dome of water called heaven above the earth. Day 2. God gathered the waters on the earth and separated the dry land from the water. He called the dry land earth and the mass of waters sea. Day 3. God adorned the earth with a variety of beautiful and colorful plants and trees. The plains were filled with fragrant flowers and the trees with delicious fruits. Day 4. God placed the sun, moon, and stars in the sky to separate day from night and to help humans determine the seasons and years. The sun shone its light and warmth on the earth like a giant flashlight, and the moon and stars illuminated the night. Day 5. God created colorful birds in the sky and small and large fish in the waters. The birds flew through the sky with their beautiful songs, and the fish swam in the depths of the seas. Day 6. It was time to create the living creatures of the land. God created all kinds of animals, from large elephants and playful monkeys to scary crocodiles and tiny worms. Each of these animals had a unique way of life and an important role to play. Finally, on the 6th day, it was time for God's masterpiece of creation, man. God created man in his own image, a being with intellect, intelligence, strength, and unique abilities. God made a man from the dust and breathed the spirit of life into him. The man opened his eyes and saw that he was in a beautiful garden called Eden. The Garden of Eden was filled with fruit trees, fragrant flowers, and crystal clear streams. God told Adam that he could eat from all the fruits of the garden except the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God warned Adam that if he ate from that fruit, he would die. God saw that Adam was alone and needed a companion. So one day he put Adam into a deep sleep, and from one of his ribs created a woman named Eve. Eve, a beautiful and kind woman, was the companion Adam had been looking for. Adam and Eve lived in the Garden of Eden, enjoying its beauty and blessings. They walked together in the garden, ate the delicious fruits of the trees, and played with the animals. They loved God, and God loved them and took care of them. But a deceitful and evil creature named Satan was lurking in the shadows of Adam and Eve. Satan, who was jealous of their happiness, one day entered the Garden of Eden in the form of a snake and deceived Eve into eating the fruit of the forbidden tree. Eve, who had been deceived, convinced Adam to eat from the fruit as well. Eating the forbidden fruit was a great sin, and it caused Adam and Eve to fall from their high position in Eden and be banished from the garden. If you have liked the video so far, please support me with your like. After being banished from Eden, Adam and Eve were sent to earth. Life on earth was much harder than life in Eden. They had to work for food and shelter and face various dangers such as wild animals, diseases, and natural disasters. But God did not abandon them and helped them adapt to the new conditions of life on earth. God taught them agriculture and animal husbandry so they could produce food. Over time, Adam and Eve had children. Their first child was named Cain, and the second Abel. Cain took up farming, and Abel took up shepherding. One day Cain and Abel brought offerings to God. Abel offered some of the sheep from his flock, but Cain's offering from his agricultural products was not accepted by God. Cain became very angry, and his jealousy of his brother blinded him. So Cain killed Abel. After Abel, Adam and Eve had more children. Later generations of humans engaged in agriculture, animal husbandry, and construction, and gradually various civilizations took shape on earth. Despite the hardships and sins that humans committed, God never forgot them. God promised humanity salvation and a return to Eden. God sent many prophets to show humans the right way and to call them to obey him.